Gun in the house, back with another bang on video where, ladies and gentlemen, we have got to you a special video wherein we are going to talk about how the change in mentality at Arsenal is going to take place or is actually started already. And not only that, we're going to discuss a little bit about the Aston Villa game that we lost yesterday and also a spicy bit of transfer news. So stay tuned till the end of this video and you might get a great amount of news, views, and everything about Arsenal. But first, I actually came across this Twitter thread. It is so good. It is so great. And I actually thought of it because I think the way we beat Liverpool and the way we beat Manchester City, I think it is there is a cultural shift that is happening, and so that was mentioned by Arteta as well. So here's what the thread is. It's not going to take long, but I really felt that this should be spread across all the Gunners. So there has been a lot of talk about the cultural shift at Arsenal under Arteta. Meet Steve Round, a football journeyman who is Arteta's right-hand man for developing culture and enforcing the non-negotiables. The perfect man manager for a young and developing squad. Steve Round began his career as many coaches do as a footballer. His career lasted from 1990 to 1996, where he featured for Derby County and Nuneaton before his career was cut short due to a serious injury. Immediately after retirement, Round was offered a job as a technical coach role at his former club, Derby County, at age 26. Round was able to start to gain coaching experience from a very young age. Coaching has taken Steve Round on quite a journey. Steve Round has experience as a technical coach for Derby County, Middlesbrough, England national team. In addition, he has been assistant manager. He has experience for Everton, Manchester United, Derby, and was most recently the technical director of Aston Villa as well. Mikel Arteta first met Steve Round during his time at Everton. He says, I'd coached him previously at another club when he was a player, and we kept a relationship going ever since. He got offered the job and rang me and asked if I'd come on and join his staff. And he was asked why did he join Arsenal. He says, I had no hesitation for two reasons. One, what a magnificent club Arsenal are. It's just a great football club. It's a massive club. The other is Mikel. I think he's got a real chance to become one of the best coaches in the world, let alone the UK. And talking about young players at Arsenal, he says, with young kids, there is a massive emphasis on skill acquisition, on cultivating enjoyment and playing free. As they get older, it is important that we begin to equip them with the skills they will need to succeed in the professional footballing environment. And he was asked about how do Arsenal actually train and prepare. He says the beginning of each session focuses on certain skill development around a specific theme. The middle bulk of the session is around the manager's ideas of how we play, our methodology. This is how we play. This is what we do. And closer to the game, we start training for the opposition. So this is tweaking what we do to exploit the opposition's weaknesses or tweak it to negate their strengths. It sounds like there is a detailed game plan for each opponent, doesn't it? Also, it is widely understood that Steve Round is responsible for working more directly with the culture of the club, with assistants Freddie Ljungberg and Albert Stuivenberg working more directly on the technical and tactical side of the game. One specific area that he believes will evolve over the next 10 years is the mentality of the players and teaching them how to cope better with the pressures and expectations that come with being an athlete during the social media era. He says, for me, it is mentality. For the past 10 years, we have been exploring this and are aware of the elements of mental health, preparation, and control. Over the next 10 years, we will have to get to grips with this and understand how important it is and the best ways to support players. He says, talking about the elite cultures, he says, you're forever trying to build a resonant environment and taking it away from dissonance, discipline, self-discipline, and making sure that positive behaviors are continually reinforced, negative behaviors are pulled up. There are certain things which we will not accept. Now, this is pretty much evident with what Matteo Guendouzi has done, and probably is not getting the game time just because he has not, done something really good. And similarly, I think we had complaints with Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So yes, there is a punishment if you actually make mistakes. Also, if a teammate is showing disrespect to another teammate, perhaps the ball hasn't come to him and he's thrown his arms up. That's telling the world this guy has made a mistake. We don't blame like that. We don't do that. It is the team's job to pick him up. Also, it's making sure the environment you're in and the culture you're trying to build is consistent and consistent at the elite level. You're consistently giving them the information that helps them become better players or helps them become a far better player. It is pretty much clear that Arsenal have had a transformation of culture under Mikel Arteta, and a lot of credit should be given to it. Probably is due to Steve Round. This injection of experience and working with people across England has allowed him to become the man to help Arteta transform the culture at Arsenal. Yes, Steve Brown and Arteta are trying to increase or trying to implement their elite mentality into the Arsenal players. I hope they get it. Well, did you know Thierry Henry has got 12 goals and 2 assists in 12 games against Aston Villa? Middlesbrough were the only side he scored more against, that is 13 goals and 6 assists in 16 appearances. That is huge, isn't it? And also, David Onsein has opened up about Mesut Ozil's future. He says Ozil will go nowhere and his aim is to work hard in training and showcase Arteta that he can be a real asset to the team. So it's pretty much clear he's not going anywhere at all. At all. Well, let's talk about the game yesterday. Unbelievable, wasn't it? At the Villa Park, we've got. I think when I saw the lineup, I felt okay, fine. I think we need to give chances to the players who generally would actually did not get much chances. But I was pretty much hoping that Rob Holding would be starting, and so was Cedric Soares. But here, uh, I actually did not find a lot of improvement in Cedric Soares. He looks like another liability, especially in that game. He looked like a liability. His crosses don't find our players, and that is a bigger concern for me. Well, not only that, also, it looks like Arsenal are not, yes, are not Dio Upamecano's first option, it says, according to certain sources, but let's see if that's going to be happening or not. And it was clear, and actually Reece Nelson could not make the 11. I actually thought that Reece Nelson would play, but he did not because he has a slight issue with a muscle in his groin. Hence, that is why he was absent. And why would you believe this? Because there was only one goal scored by David Trezeguet, and Trezeguet actually scored. I'm sorry, M. Trezeguet. He actually has 6 Premier League goals: one against Liverpool, one against Wolves, one against Chelsea, two versus Crystal Palace, one versus Arsenal. He scores against the big boy. That's really great, isn't it? And also, here's the most ridiculous thing that ever happened in the yesterday's game. There was a plane with a banner flying over Villa Park. That banner said, "Back Arteta, Kroenke out." How do you do that? How do you back Arteta with Kroenke out? You would need a new investor. You would need a new owner. Well, what do you think? I think it was pretty much stupid, according to me. I think you need to force out Stan Kroenke. If you're a fan, force Stan Kroenke to invest, bro. Instead of thinking of Kroenke out. Unbelievable. Also, I think there have been only one window so far, and I think to judge Stan Kroenke on that is really wrong. I believe that's my personal opinion. But let's talk about it. WWE UK actually wished Arsenal for a victory. He says, "Good luck. We know you've got players of champion pedigree." And Aubameyang actually had a collaboration with WWE via Arsenal last season, so we know that as well. And Arsenal actually had seven shots on at Villa, and there was zero on target. Yes, no shots on target at all. And you can see the possession: 68% possession for Arsenal, 7 shots, 9 corners, and 19 fouls committed. Unfreaking believable. And Arsenal actually need something different to get against a low block. Yes, there was a low block created by Aston Villa, and it was really, impenetrable. I think it was really impenetrable. Also, uh, Aston Villa will end the day outside of the Premier League relegation zone for the first time since the 28th of February. They have been in that. I don't know. It's a deep hole that they have been in, and that's unbelievable. And Arsenal have failed to produce a shot on target for the second time in the Premier League this season. Number one was against Man City. Number two versus Aston Villa. The creativity is definitely missing. And Arteta has opened up about. He was actually pestered, actually, according to me, in yesterday's post-match press conference. He was asked regularly about Mesut Ozil. So one of the person asked actually that Ozil is the Arsenal player that created the highest number of chances. To which Arteta says, "I don't know. I try to make the best decision for the team and the club. All the time I try. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I get it wrong. And sometimes I get it very wrong. I will try my best." Unfreaking believable, isn't it? Now let's talk about the transfer news. These are the news that you are actually wanting to hear, and let me deliver it. Because Thomas Partey may be able to keep his favoured number 5 shirt if he joins Arsenal. Yes, the midfielder has worn the number at current club Atletico Madrid as well, along as with Real Mallorca and the Ghana national team. And it looks like Arsenal's current number 5 is Socrates Papastatopoulos, who is out of favour with Mikel Arteta but not keen on a move away from the Emirates. Therefore, it is possible that Partey could be handed that jersey whether or not Socrates stays. Well, Thomas Partey, your number 5 jersey is bang on ready, my friend. And Arsenal target side Benrahma has admitted that he was flattered to see himself linked with a summer move to the Emirates. He says, I was really flattered to see myself linked with those clubs, but at the same time, I am so focused about getting out of the championship with Brentford that I do not pay too much attention, but it gives me confidence. I don't look at it as my destiny, but it has always been a target of mine to play in the Premier League, and I really wish to play in the Premier League with Brentford. It would be magnificent for Brentford to be in the Premier League because it would be the first time, and we have really been working hard on it. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal on this platform every single day twice. So sit back, relax, and enjoy all the news that comes on this platform. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers, and don't forget to subscribe.